explain the argument of grammar being a negative thing? Like, what
Okay, well, a couple of things. One, in Aristotle, in his book called The Nicomachean Ethics, he said that you should only seek precision in a subject to the degree with which the subject allows it. So in other words, you can't be as precise in language as you can in mathematics. If I say 2 + 2 = 4, it's very precise. It has a very precise meaning. 2 + 2 = 4. You put 2 and 2 together, you get 4. Nobody's going to debate that. But when you go into language, words are ambiguous. And so it doesn't have the precision that mathematics has. So what happened is grammar looks at things, it groups things together that actually aren't always that similar. And he points that out. He said some of these rules relate to things that he said they're really just helpful. In the 20th century, you had a very strong movement of linguistics where people started studying language in a completely different way. And they determined that there weren't 8 parts of speech. There's literally hundreds of parts of speech. And even though you get into that in grammar because it divides nouns into different types of nouns, like a common noun, a proper noun, an abstract noun, all these type of things. So, but generally they started doing that, and they felt that this grammar was very limited. And so they just left linguistics for a specialization, and then why teach people these things that aren't really accurately describing what's happening? Because the first major arguments against grammar came from linguists. It's the rules of speaking and writing. It's the rules that and those rules, there are 2 versions. One is called prescriptive grammar, and the other is called descriptive. Most grammarians today go under the category of descriptive. They actually do not believe that you can impose rules. They do believe in conventional language and that you should uphold conventional language, and so they'll point out that you have a verb-subject agreement problem in that sentence. But if you're speaking in the inner city with a verb-subject, I don't have any moral authority to tell you you can't speak like that. That's not proper English. Because for that person, that's how that person speaks, and that's how that community speaks.